Now, I want to talk specifically about Valorant players that were suspended for teabagging during competition. It's a tough subject, y'all. Before I dig into the article and go more into the teabagging fiasco, I want to say this. For those who do not know, I am 39 years old. I look good, baby. Damn. Woo! Damn, I know. But I'm 39 years old. So guess what? I come from a gaming genre that was way back. I remember playing the Atari with my brothers. We were shooting and those dots were going across the screen. I remember playing Sega Master System, cutting it on. And when I cut it on, guess what? You didn't even need a game in there. It automatically played a maze game. Wonderful. I remember Dreamcast having the memory card where you could pick your plays in Madden. I come from a long line of different systems. You want me to go on with Sega 32X, TurboGrafx 16, Atari Lynx, Jaguar, 3DO, Philips CDI. I can go through it all because I've been through it all. I am what you consider, I don't want to say the last of a dying breed because I do believe it's a generation a bit older than me, about 10 years before me, that actually is the originators of that generation, I believe. But we were the ones that were there during the beginning and when it hit the peak, and it's still growing. I remember when teabagging was first a thing. I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong. Was teabagging first introduced in like Halo or Unreal, one of those games? Let me know. You know what? Can I look that up? What was the first teabag in video games? You know what that is? What was the first teabag in video games? We need to know this. This is vital information that everybody watching needs to know. Okay. It likely began in Counter-Strike or Quake in 1999. Now, gamers truly started embracing the art of teabagging in 2001 with Halo Combat Evolved. Now, Magnus, GoldenEye, classic. A lot of people do not know GoldenEye, another one. And I do believe, I'm not sure, could you crouch? And GoldenEye, I do believe you can crouch because there were certain vents that you can crawl in and things like that. So you're right. The teabag, back on GoldenEye. You know what I'm saying? The teabagging is something that everybody's familiar with. Now, why is this a big deal? Who gives a damn about a teabag? Today, everybody cares about everything. See, I remember coming from an era where unsportsmanlike conduct was when you would do things that were totally outside of the game, right? So if you're playing football, if you spit in somebody's face, like you got them down a pile and you spit in your face, that's unsportsmanlike conduct. That is just against the rules. It's disgusting. It's offensive. That is unsportsmanlike conduct. There was a time where you could slam dunk on somebody and go, bow, your mama. You used to be able to do that. Dunk on them. Bow, get in the weight room, little boy. You used to be able to do that. Now, if you go, bow, technical foul. I didn't say anything. You stared at him incorrectly. We do not like that. And that is against the rules here in the NBA. That is the NBA. That is what everything has become. I'm sorry. Teabagging is not offensive. I have no problem with a good teabagging. Hell, I've been teabagged before. And this is a confession. And that's in video games. I've been teabagged terribly. And guess what I did when I got teabagged? I said, I got you. And through the whole match, I hunted that one person. Didn't win the match, but that person didn't either because they got into a 1v1 war with me in a free-for-all. So sometimes teabagging brings out the best in competitiveness. If a dude kills me and he teabags and he goes up in competition, if my team storms back and starts winning, you best believe I am teabagging everybody. I am encouraging my teammates to teabag. It is not unsportsmanlike conduct. Who comes up with this? A teabag is, and let me just break it down for the kids out there who, when I mean kids, I don't want to go real kids because y'all need to stay out of this, okay? But I'm gonna go 16 and up because y'all can know 16 and up. Y'all with me, right? Teabagging is something that is a sexual act done in real life, where a guy takes his two genitals and he places them on your forehead in a similar fashion to a teabag. That is where the term came from. Now, when you do it in a video game, you're not naked. You don't have two big balls hanging out your clothes when you crouch down. But it is mentally known that when someone does that, it means that they're teabagging you. So much so that I've seen live competitions where they were literally, okay, teabagging in the middle of a live competition. Kill somebody, they walk over, bam, bam, two teabags. They go, oh, the crowd goes crazy because the teabag was placed on your face during competition. Well deserved. Well deserved. Now, my man, and the chat, y'all. That's why I don't look at the chat when I be talking. Let's get to what happened with these Valorant players, because these Valorant players were actually banned for the act of teabagging, which I don't think is fair. So let's go ahead and pull up and let's talk about these events, shall we? Here we go. 2 Valorant players suspended from Riot esports events following teabagging debate. I'm not making this up. Teabagging has become national news. I remember when teabagging was just hilarious. It was funny. I remember when you would teabag and nobody would even care. They wouldn't even care. They would just go, what is he doing? Oh, he teabagged him. Now it's a whole entire thing where a crowd will light up with excitement off of a teabag. So it does have an effect. Let's read. 2 Valorant players suspended from Riot esports events following this teabagging debate, but both accused of harassment and vulgar language towards another player. Let's read. 2 Valorant players have been suspended from Riot-sanctioned esports competitions following an argument about an in-game teabagging. Y'all, if I'm ever banned about an argument over a teabagging, have the game, bro. Have the fucking game. Have it. Keep it. Because I'm not about to sit here and argue over a teabagging. I'm going to teabag you. I'm letting you know. If I get in any competition, if I play in any Call of Duty, and there's somebody I do not like who's talking trash, I am teabagging you, bro. I am teabagging you so bad that I will teabag you every time I kill you. And I will tell my teammates, if you can, let me get the kill so I can teabag him. I'm sorry, this whole sensitivity around teabagging is crazy. I am letting you know I am a teabagger. I will teabag you all fucking day and it won't stop. My bad. Got a little crazy there. The news was shared on the Valorant site stating that the Dawn Park in Vivian, Risorah, Dela Cruz used vulgar language and harassed a member of the Galorants community. Dawn has been suspended from competition for 3 months. Risorah has been suspended for 9. Galorant is an all-female competitive Valorant community. The 2 players were part of VCT Game Changers, a program by Riot intended to promote and support women in esports. Now, by the way, I just thought about it. When I repost these, and I swear, by the way, guys, don't worry. I'll bleep out the curses so I get all the monetization from now on. How about that? Hey, smart move. So the news comes after the Galorant Discord server was shut down due to a heated discussion whether in-game teabagging is equivalent to sexual assault. Let's stop. Let's stop right there, y'all. Let's pull back up. Let's pull back up because we got to talk. Before I even read any more from that article, we seriously have to have a talk. I am going to make sure I post this, whether it be on Twitter. I'm going to clip this. I'm going to clip it. If you're watching this on Twitch right now, clip it. Clip it. Just go ahead and clip it because I'm about to say it, right? And I'm going to say what everybody wants to say, okay? Teabagging is not sexual assault. It will never be sexual assault. Now, I agree. There are certain measures to where you can be sexually assaulted in a video game. I agree. I'm one of those dudes, and I'm not against that. Even though I'm old school, and I do think you playing a game, I don't care if they touching you in a game. To me, they're not really touching you. I just have that in my head. But I can understand with things to where they're going, technology is becoming more immersive. I can understand sexual assault jumping to a virtual realm. Then you got a virtual court. Then you got a virtual attorney, a virtual lawyer. You got a virtual 12 jurors. Okay? So this is going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay? I am with that. But I am not with teabagging being considered sexual assault. For one, let me go through a couple of things and we'll read through the article, but I got to shut up. Whoever said that in that girl Discord, you know what? You can shut up. Shut up. Yes, I said it. Very immature. Oh my God, you can't even come up with a valid argument. Shut up. Okay, you just need to shut up because teabagging, as we know, teabagging, the term, what it's really referred to, the act is not actually happening. That's the difference. So that's why you need to shut up, because teabagging, I can understand you say sexual assault in a game if you're actually being touched in a certain way. That I understand, because there have been women, I might pull up the article, but there have been women who have played VR and felt sexually assaulted because someone touched them in a certain way. Guess what? In a VR game, it can be simulated, real actions. So if I'm reaching out to touch you and I'm groping you and you look down and you see me rubbing you, that act you can take as intentionally touching you. If I kneel down on your head like this 1,000 times, you can't say, because the term is known as teabagging, that I'm sexually assaulting you. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to make up these imaginary ways of feeling when reality is not happening. You're not being teabagged. This person has on clothes. They're not really putting nuts on your forehead. What are you thinking? How is that sexual assault? Somebody please explain to me, how is teabagging in video games considered sexual assault? Please. It is the dumbest thing I have heard in a long time. It comes from somebody who's jealous or hating or feels some type of way because they do not teabag. And they feel like because I don't teabag, others should not either. Well, everybody ain't you, boo. I'm sorry. Everybody ain't you. And everybody feels that we might want to teabag or we may not. So you got to deal with everybody's feelings. That's it. Whew, oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. I just get a little, I get a little hot. My bad, man. I'm going to put up the restream too. My fault. Just get them in. But the reason I had to speak on that, and I'm going to go back to the article, is because if we keep playing and going this route, we'll soon have laws created based on these things. And what will happen is there are certain people who could be locked up for crimes that they feel are, that they feel are innocent or does not harm another. But in the same token, they can be pressed for. I don't like that. I don't like where we're going with that. I don't think this virtual world will be safe. Let me say that. I'm going to just put that out there. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull up the article. And I'm going to just pull up because I went on. I got a little crazy. My bad. So All right, so the debate spread to social media where Don's responses included a vulgar and targeted remark towards another player. Risorah is accused of creating multiple Twitter posts targeting the same player and posted it edited videos with vulgar commentary. Okay, I can understand. It's kind of targeting. So right now, I can kind of go with the lines of why they, suspended it. But Dawn has since written a tweet longer where she addressed the allegations. I have friends that have literally been raped. Wow. This is going dark. I'm glad I can beep this out, bleep it out. I'm so glad I can rewind it because wow, I didn't even want to get that out, but it was there. It was there. Excuse me. I have friends that have literally been raped'd. I have watched SA happen in broad daylight. It is not something you can compare to crouching in a video game. I was visibly upset by this, as were hundreds of thousands of people, and replied under her thread expressing my frustrations and concerns, she wrote. Now, oh man, y'all might think I'm all over the place with this. Let me pull this back up. I'm gonna pull this back up, man. Y'all gonna feel like I'm all over the place right now because I feel old girl, right? This is women. Women going at it. Shut up, girl. They're going at it. This is what I feel about that statement. I don't agree with it. In a token, I do agree with the fact that it can't be compared to those things. I agree with that. But what I don't agree with is you stating that this person cannot make that comparison. That's where you're wrong. See, even someone like me who agrees with your side can always put myself in someone else's shoes. That is the benefit of me. That is what's different from me from most people. I can always put myself in that other person's shoes. And what may offend them in a certain light may be just as bad as you feel about a certain situation. And who are you to determine which one is worse? You're not God. And Magnus, shout out to you. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the comment because this comment is a beautiful comment. Magnus has just teabagged every one of us. Let's go ahead and give it up to Magnus. Magnus, I wish I had some clap. Let me give you a couple of these. There you go. I gave you 3 of them. They were short ones too. I gave it to you, Magnus. Appreciate the donations, man. Y'all killing it. Y'all killing it, man. I don't even, you know what? Y'all, like I said, y'all paid for the show. Shit, we might as well go. I can say all the curses. You know what I mean? Who the hell cares? But yes, definitely we all been teabagged. I'm cool with it as long as it's not the physical teabag. See how easy I handled the teabagging from you? I took the teabagging for I'm not gonna lie, for the amount you could teabag me all day. But that sounded a little. I'm gonna definitely cut that off too. But pause or something else. But let's get back to the topic. Just get off there. All right. So I shit posted on Twitter, and apparently it's vulgar language. Thousands of other people, including pro players and streamers, have done it, but nothing for them. She continued with links to the offending tweets. Now, while I'm still having tons of emotions right now, it's worth noting that I will be taking this punishment with the responsibility of my actions that led to my situation. She took it. She took it like a G thing. That's what we say, right? I take full responsibilities for my actions. That's all from there. My future in competitive play or in Valorant in general is unknown. So we'll see where I go from here. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it real. CEO Bobby of Activision could learn something from this woman right here. Hold your nuts, CEO Bobby, and say I'm responsible for some of this. And take your 26 million, however it is, money and run. Okay, so I had to say that this is something because this picture I have up of Valorant is actually of gentlemen, and I'm not sure why I have a picture of gentlemen because I believe it's a women competition. So I just want to say to all the women out there that this picture is just a Valorant picture. Okay, it's just a background, and I don't even pick the backgrounds. I got a team that picks the background. So the background, I just okay. All right, but as I read through the article and I understand it's about women, I just got to shout out my women out there. Don't feel like this is, dudes just rule. But this is a nice background. It's a nice background, right? Can't be mad. So shout out all the ladies. Okay. So last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and then I'm gonna pull in. Okay, got my man Joe. I'm gonna pull in my man Joe, right? So this is what I want to say about this. Last, and then I'm off of it. We're gonna move on. Bring my man Joe on. Is that everybody who gets offended by these certain things done in gaming are mad because they're losing, or they're mad because they do not do the same thing, because there's no other reason for you to be mad. The teabagging stops nothing in the game. You literally get teabagged, you're dead, and you come back to life. When you're teabagged, nuts don't fall on your forehead. You just have a person with their feet on top of you and maybe a knee on your body. It is not the worst thing in the world, because I agree with the other person. There are things a lot worse in the world that could happen. I understand how you may feel about it, but just understand that the act is not happening and the person doing it does not feel as though they are sexually assaulting you. There we go. I think that was well said. And by the way, there was reports of a woman actually suing multiple companies in VR because she was groped. They were just rubbing all over her. They were playing some game, and it was like a normal action game, and a dude just comes up to her and says, oh, and he starts groping her. She looks down like, what are you doing? Oh! And she said she ran the entire game, and this dude just followed her, and he just kept like, oh, give me those. Oh, you're so nice to touch. And she actually sued the company because she felt sexually. Now, I'm going to agree on that one. That one was kind of sexual. And believe it or not, I believe that was Horizon Worlds. And if you stick your hands out like this, I believe it automatically keeps people away from you. I believe that was implemented because this woman was groped so viciously in a video game by some of our male companions. Okay.